Hello, this is Keith and welcome to another home media minefield unboxing, helping you with information to navigate the complexities of home cinema and home media entertainment. And this is a follow-up video to the episode that I put out last month where I unboxed Raiders of the Lost Ark on 4K Steelbook edition, and I got some quite good feedback on that particular video because I gave a bit of a history of Raiders of the Lost Ark on home media, because it was actually one of the first sell-through titles available on VHS back in the day. Before that, many of the films on the VHS format were very expensive to buy and were usually aimed at a price to sell to home video libraries. But Raiders was one of the first that was accessible to the general public with a retail price. But anyway, I digress already. Following on from that video, today I'm going to be looking at Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom 4K UHD and Blu-ray Steelbook edition, which came out a couple of weeks ago. And then later this month, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is going to be released. And in September, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. But I have some important information that I feel that I should update with this particular video before I actually get into the unboxing. And that is around the special features included on these. So once I opened the Raiders of the Lost Ark Steelbook in the last video, I obviously then put the discs in to have a look and see the quality and whatever. But what I discovered was, although excellent audio and video, both on the 4K and the Blu-ray, with slightly different subtitle options between the two, the only special features that those discs had were the theatrical trailers. Now, one of my reasons for buying these individually as the steelbooks was because I didn't particularly like the cover art and the rebranding of the collection of adventures that came out last year, which again I explained in that video. But also it was my intention just to get the first 3 films in this format. Well, for me, I wasn't a huge fan of the 4th film. I know it has its fans out there and completists like to have everything, but I felt a little bit like I feel with the Die Hard franchise, which is where it's interesting to bring a character back older. In fact, in this ageist world that we live in, I think it's very important to tell stories with older characters, and many films have done this very well. But what I found with these particular franchises was, whereas in the first few films, which were only set a few years apart, the characters kind of went from being an everyman action hero to almost becoming like a superhero when they're portrayed as older. And I always found that a little bit odd, really. As I said, maybe that's just a me thing, and maybe you disagree strongly, which is fine. Maybe I should do a live stream talking about that sort of thing, thinking about it. I'll see what, comment down below if that's the kind of thing that you'd be interested in. I don't know, I've only literally just thought of this off the cuff while I'm rambling here. But the point I was trying to get to was buying the films individually like this, in this kind of packaging, and obviously choosing just the films that you want from the collection, does actually leave one problem if you're really into special features and bonus content, as I actually am, is when the 4-film collection was released, all of the bonus features were on a separate Blu-ray disc. And obviously buying them in this format, you get the feature films on 4K and on Blu-ray, but you don't get the bonus disc of special features. And I thought that's really important to point out here before I get into this unboxing, in case you are influenced by what I'm showing here and thinking of buying them in this format. Now, I have to say, I am not too bothered about this because, as I pointed out on the Raiders of the Lost Ark video last month, I previously had the Indiana Jones Complete Adventures on Blu-ray, which again was another reason I didn't actually upgrade to the 4K at the time. And that did come with the same bonus disc. And to my knowledge, when it was released on 4K, I believe the bonus disc was the same Blu-ray with the same special features. I don't believe there was anything extra. Again, if anybody knows the details on that, I mean, I'm not here trying to say I know everything. This is a community I'm trying to create here, so please do put in the comments down below if I'm incorrect about that. But I thought it was very important to point out that if you are buying them individually like this, you're not going to get the bonus features, just the films. Unless, of course, in September, when Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull comes out in the steelbook format like this, it includes a third disc, which is the bonus disc. That might be a way of increasing those sales, perhaps. Sorry, I'm being cynical now. But anyway, so Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, important film for me because this was actually the first one I saw at the cinema when I was a kid. I'd watched Raiders of the Lost Ark many times from when it was on TV and on home video, and I did obviously get to see it on the big screen in later years. And I'd obviously watched all the makings of and everything before I even saw the film. But this one I distinctly remember queuing up in Bournemouth on a Saturday afternoon, extremely excited to see. So anyway, I've gone on way too long. Let's get into the unboxing. As I said, my reasons, as I've sort of hammered home here last time, as well, with the fact that I actually do prefer this artwork here, this original artwork. Right, so let's look at the J card first, as always, which is just removable there. So we've got Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos again on the 4K UHD version. You've got slightly different soundtrack and subtitling options between the Blu-ray and the 4K. Obviously a little bit of blurb and some photography from the films themselves and all the legals, etc. So that's just a card. And then the steelbook itself, this is a sticker, a 12 certificate, so that is removable. Again, I believe this is exactly the same as the US version, although those probably include digital copies as well. Can't speak for any releases anywhere else at this time. And then on the back, you've got, a bit like they did with the Raiders one, you've got the map of the world, but there you've got it with the stones from the film instead of the Ark of the Covenant. And again, same on the spine, the usual branding. And I'm pleased to say I've got an absolute perfect steelbook this time, no dents or anything. So inside, as explained here, so you get the 4K and the Blu-ray disc. And obviously, although this of course was officially the sequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark, coming out in 1984 when Raiders was in 81, this is actually in some respects a bit of a prequel to that film, because the events take place the year before the events in Raiders, in 1935 in this, and it's Indiana Jones on a completely different type of adventure with different companions and whatever, but are still, I think, a very worthy sequel. So I'd be interested, what is your favourite of the Indiana Jones films? Do you have one? So there inside, look, we've got a still from the film there on the rope bridge, that classic scene. And then, as with the other one, they provide a mini poster here, and it's, again, in fact, I think I had this one when I was a kid. It's if adventure has a name, it must be Indiana Jones. And like with the previous one, they've done the alternative artwork to the one on the cover, which I like, which fits perfectly in there. And then, as I said, we've got it on both Blu-ray and on 4K UHD. As I said, they both include the theatrical trailers, the teasers and the various trailers, including the re-release trailer, I think, for the film. And I've got Raiders here from last time, so as you can see, they've done a good job of matching. There's the spines when they're together, and there's the back artwork. So they match quite nicely. As I said, I got a little dent in on the back of the Raiders one though, but that's good. So yeah, I'm curious whether you guys out there like the Steelbooks in terms of packaging. What is your favourite type of packaging? Are you a fan of Steelbooks? As I said, these ones have got no deboss or embossing and no gloss work or anything on them, but I do think they're quite nice. And as I said, later this month, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade comes, so I will do an unboxing of that one as well. But anyway, I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, then please do give this video a like, give us a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, and if you hit the bell icon, you'll get notified as and when new content drops, because I haven't been so regular lately, what with one thing and another, and also budget, to be honest. So but yes, if you like unboxings, reviews on physical media, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, etc. I cover all sorts of films and genres from both old and new, so please check it out, as well as lots of other discussion and videos around film and television, related media, and the technologies and stuff around it. So if you've got any questions, comments or feedback, please do put it in the comments below, and I'll try and answer as much as I can. As I said, I'm learning a lot of this as I go, which is why I'm trying to share this type of information. For example, the special features. I think it's important that you guys know that if you're in the market and looking to buy this. Talking of which, I have put Amazon affiliate links below. If you do want to purchase these and use those links, then it does help the channel to get recognized, but it does so at no additional cost to you. So please do so if you like, but no pressure either way. But anyway, that's it for today. So I thank you for your time, and I will speak to you at the next Home Media Minefield unboxing. Bye for now.